It starts with a text at midnight. You up? A message that feels like attention but tastes like emptiness by morning. We live in a world where you can find someone to share your bed in minutes, but finding someone who will stay for breakfast, that's a miracle. Did you know that the average teenager today sees over 14,000 sexualized images a year just from social media, ads, and streaming? By 25, that number climbs so high it's almost impossible to measure. Sex has become a default wallpaper for our lives. It's not just in movies anymore. It's in toothpaste ads, Instagram reels, even your favorite cooking show if you watch long enough. But here's the irony. With sex so accessible, so casual, loyalty, the quiet backbone of relationships, feels almost like an antique. So let's talk about it. Let's walk slowly through this truth. Sex is everywhere. Loyalty is not. And let's do it the way real conversations happen, through stories, memories, and those 3 a.m. thoughts that make you want to sit down with a friend or a lover who actually understands. Maybe one has to walk barefoot through the glass of certain choices before they finally understand this. Not everything that feels like love is love. I remember reading a post on Reddit once where a woman said, "I thought he loved me because he held me like I was his world. Turns out I was just his weekend plan." That one line cracked me open because haven't we all confused being wanted with being valued? Haven't we all mistaken chemistry for character? We grow up on stories that trick us. Kisses in the rain are called destiny. Songs tell us pain equals romance. Movies turn bad boys into deep souls waiting to be saved. And so we carry those fantasies like compasses, chasing storms, hoping lightning will strike us into meaning. But no one warns us that fairy tales don't come with disclaimers. In real life, Prince Charming might ghost you. Or worse, he'll love bomb you, sleep with you, and vanish, leaving pieces of your self-worth still clenched between his teeth. Sex is everywhere. It's not just in private anymore. It's baked into culture. Scroll once, there's a meme. Scroll twice, there's a thirst trap. Even commercials use it. One Quora user joked, "I can't even buy a sandwich without the ad trying to seduce me." And you know what? Sex in itself isn't the problem. It's natural, it's human, it's important. But when everything is sex, loyalty becomes invisible, like a whisper drowned in stadium noise. We've become a generation fluent in flirting but allergic to depth. That's the problem. We've made intimacy casual and loyalty rare, like it costs more to stay than it does to touch. Let me tell you about Jake and Sarah. Good couple. Everyone thought they'd last forever. He made her laugh. She softened his rough edges. You know the kind. But slowly something shifted. The physical spark, still there. The emotional commitment, not so much. Jake was there in bed, but not when Sarah's dad got sick. He was quick to text, "Come over," but slow to ask, "How are you holding up?" And that's the thing. Sex was there, loyalty wasn't. Sarah once said, "It wasn't that he cheated, it's that he disappeared when it mattered most." That's the wound no romance novel prepares you for. Loyalty isn't sexy. It doesn't have the fireworks of first kisses or the thrill of sneaking around. Loyalty is quieter, sometimes even boring. It's keeping your word when you'd rather bail. It's holding someone's hand when they're messy, cranky, and far from their best. It's staying, not because it's convenient, but because you mean it when you said, "I'm here." We love this quote. "A real partner is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out." Walter Winchell. So yes, loyalty is real, raw, rare. And because it's rare, when you find it, it feels like magic. Here's something people don't say enough. Sex is not just physical, it's a transfer of energy, memory, and trust. You give pieces of yourself, even if you don't mean to. Believe me, it is what it is. That's why when someone leaves, you don't just lose their body, you lose the part of yourself you handed them. That's why 3 a.m. feels so heavy, because your self-respect starts whispering louder than your loneliness. And let me share this. One man on Reddit wrote, "Casual sex made me feel like my soul was being borrowed, but never returned." That hit me, because intimacy without loyalty is like giving someone your diary and watching them toss it in the trash after skimming a page. Ouch, that really hurts. So, how do you know if loyalty is real, not just an act? Do they remember the little things, your coffee order, the story about your mom? Do they show up when you're sick, not just when you're sexy? Do they defend you when you're not in the room? Do they choose honesty even when it costs them comfort? If you can answer yes to those, congratulations, that's loyalty, and it's rarer than diamonds. You have a perfect partner. I'll be honest with you. I used to think loyalty was guaranteed. My grandparents were married for 55 years. I thought love just looked like that. But when I got older, I saw the cracks. My grandmother once told me, loyalty is not about staying when it's easy. It's about choosing someone even when life makes you question everything. And I've carried that. Because today, loyalty feels less like a given and more like a choice you have to fight for. Even on social media, you see questions like, why is loyalty so rare these days? The answers are telling. Some say dating apps made people disposable. Others say we glorify options instead of commitment. And a few wise ones say, loyalty never disappeared. We just stopped practicing it because it requires patience, and patience isn't trending. Here's the thing. Sex is easy to find, loyalty isn't. And that's what makes loyalty so valuable. Because loyalty is the bridge between sparks and steady fire. It's what turns chemistry into companionship, attraction into foundation. It's what makes love last. Without loyalty, you've got excitement without safety, passion without peace, desire without devotion. And that burns out faster than a flash. So, how can you be loyal without losing yourself? Speak your truth. Say the hard things with love. Respect boundaries, yours and theirs. Be patient and forgiving. People mess up. We all do. Remember, loyalty isn't blind. It's not about staying through abuse. It's about choosing each other, flaws and all. So, here's where we land. Sex is everywhere. It's not going anywhere. But loyalty is rare. And when you find it, it changes everything. Hold on to it, even marry into it. Because loyalty is what makes you exhale after a long day. It's what makes a good morning text feel like an anchor, not an obligation. It's what makes love feel like home instead of performance. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we're all looking for. Not the fireworks, not the thrill, not the storm, but the safe harbor that loyalty builds. We are all secretly yearning for a warm home. So, if no one told you today, let me say it gently but clearly. You are worth loyalty. You deserve more than access. You deserve someone who stays. And the next time someone offers you desire without devotion, remember this. Sex is everywhere, but loyalty, that's sacred. That's rare. And when you find it, don't let go. That's what you need to do. Choose loyalty over one-night stands or a few shallow, passionate nights of sex. If you think you will find loyalty in life, or at least try to find it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more passionate sex, joyful life, and healthy relationship tips. Before you go, tell us something about your life that made you reflect on loyalty.